Hi, I'm Bridget from from the Ground Up, astrologer and coach, and welcome to my week ahead for the 22nd through to the 28th of August. Now, this week we have some movement happening. We have the Sun moving into Virgo, Uranus going retrograde, Mercury moving into Libra, and then a new moon in Virgo on Saturday. So let's get into the week. So Monday starts with at 10:30. We start with a Gemini moon. We start with the Gemini moon, and then it moves into Cancer at 10:30. So all week we have this Sun square Mars. So the Sun in Leo at the end degrees, squaring Mars in Gemini. So I just feel like this one today may there may be some arguments and they may involve family members after 10:30, so just maybe be aware of our words. Mercury is still in Virgo, so we can stand back and analyze the situation a little bit better, so that that harsh criticism may come from a place that comes from insecurity itself. Okay, so don't hold things against people. Everybody's feeling this tension that's in the air. Mercury is also in opposition to Neptune, so there could be some shady stuff happening. Maybe that taking a break more often to just down regulate yourself if you are feeling stressed out. Okay, and then the moon squares Jupiter at 12:30. So I feel like there's this, do you feel like you're being picked on aspect? Maybe just take yourself out of situations if you do find that, things are getting a little bit prickly. All right, so the same goes for Tuesday, but on Tuesday the sun moves into Virgo. So rather than the sun's focus now being on you know, having fun, children, creative endeavors. It's now about yourself, your health, and your daily rituals towards health. Your service to others and how people serve you. So coming into the Virgo season now, how are your health practices? All right, so absolutely focusing on this month. Okay, so we still have this grand trine happening. So all of this mercurial work that you have been doing in regards to a plan that you may have on the go, or new processes that need to be in place. When Mars was in Taurus, we were inching towards the outcome. Now we may be at a place where we are able to verbalize our ideas to people. It's a very dynamic idea week. So also with Uranus's stationing right now and its retrograde motion happening, we've had this experience in the last couple of weeks where the bars have been getting shook and we are trying to get out of a situation that we maybe feel confined or trapped in. So, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. Now, on Tuesday, we also have the start of Venus opposition Saturn. So, there could be some truths that need to be faced, a bit of reassessment. This whole Uranian North Node, what path are we taking? And, the reassessment of the things that we are not happy with. Venus is in Leo, she is up there and she knows her worth, right? So she can see the things that are holding her back. So, these are conversations that need to be had, right? If also on Tuesday, there is a beautiful Venus trine Chiron. So maybe reaching out to your female friends if you are in need. And just the thought that, what makes you shine? Let's be discriminating about the things that you do and don't need. And again, focus on your healthcare needs. Okay, so Wednesday we have, we still got this Sun square Mars. So that, that's all week. There's going to be just tension and frustration in the air. But we have the Moon trine Neptune later on in that day. And again, the moon opposition Pluto. So there could be some emotional truths coming out, but I think, relax and just trust your gut and try to keep yourself, like, keep your stress levels down by looking at things from outside the box that you may feel that you are being caged in this week. That big grand square is back again, but instead of the sun being involved, it's now Venus involved. So there's a lot more about me and, you know, who I am and what I will and won't put up with, and how that is affecting my future, and how the past is also playing into that. Okay, so Wednesday's looking to be a little bit tense as well, so there's, you know, we can start with that. Thursday, moon moves into Leo, and then the moon is doing all sorts of things. It's sextiling Mercury and Mars, it's trining Jupiter, Neptune, and it's opposition Pluto. So there are some emotional truths that are going to be discovered. So maybe you will be able to make a stand in your power, and it may help you actually face a situation with grace. Okay, so again, with the whole Mercury in Virgo, let's make this a detached, logical, analytical feeling that we have. We just keep to remind yourself to just stay calm and centered. All right. You know, Venus and her opposition to Saturn, she's reassessing everything. You know, the square to the nodes and Uranus. Do I love this path? All right, so Uranus is going to be going back over the decisions that we've just been making. I know in my Lifetime to Level Up group, I've been talking about the changes and the gradual reassessments that we're making, and the incremental changes towards this new path forward. So Uranus was a major player in that last full moon and the square that we had, and guess what? He's going to be backtracking all back over those amazing decisions that you have made to change. And so now it is are you sure this is the path you want to take? Now, retrogrades are great because you get to reassess, you know, all those rewords. Doesn't matter what planet. With Uranus and playing in with the North nodes right now, you know, you've had this situation where you're like, okay, I'm going to do this now. So Uranus and that higher understanding is like, okay, let's just have another look at that. Are you sure this is where you want to go? And if it is sure, then you're only just going to find extra helpful things to actually propel you down that new path. Okay, so Friday, the moon is in Leo, we have the sun in Virgo, and Mercury is going to be moving into Libra at 11 o'clock. So, you know, it's now, rather than this discriminating thought process, it's a now, how are we going? There is diplomacy in there. So, you know, all of the tensions and the week's frustrations, maybe the conversations that you've been having can come to a point where you're like, okay, all right, I get it. There's some tension here. What can we do about it? How can we sort this out? Okay, you may have been standing back and assessing it. It might give you that logical place where you can then communicate with someone. Now remember, Mars is in Gemini now, so our words are going to come out as cranky. I know I've been doing it. So, you know, I have to just listen to myself more often, and just be curious. Am I coming across as too raw? All right, so, but you can also use this place as a direct communication as well, with all of the assessing that we've been doing, and you know, our confidence in ourselves. We can articulate our needs very succinctly. All right, so that's Friday. So look to seek cooperation rather than, you know, we can just diffuse this tension of the square by just being aware that it's there. All right, so that was a good rhyme. So Saturday we have this new moon in Virgo, but however it's going to be square Mars. Okay, so, you know, there are, you know, what do your daily routines look like? Are you running optimally? You know, let's be logical about this. How are you feeling in your body? You know, It's winter. Have you got a cold? Do you need to, up your vitamin C levels? Do you need to make sure that you're getting really good, clean food? Virgo loves, the least processed food. Make sure that your water content is, you're getting enough water during the day. Are you moving? As a woman, are you doing anything to ward off osteoporosis? Like get all your health checks done during this time. All right, so you can really logically plan and just do it. You need to do it, especially if like for instance in this south node aspect. Do you have a family history of osteoporosis? Do you have a family history of XYZ? Is it something that you can do to preempt good health going forward for yourself? Okay, that the Venus opposition Saturn is much more in aspect right now too. So you could be like, I don't care. This is not happening anymore. I have reached my boundary. Okay. Wow, so Saturday's full moon is good, but it's going to be, I think it'll give you back your confidence and self-worth and security. And just, even if you are feeling boxed in, just know that, bring yourself back to a grounded place and breathe through this. All right, and then Sunday, I've still got the Virgo moon. So, it's time to maybe chill out from this stressful week that we've had and make some plans for your month ahead. So, Mercury is going to be only going forward another week or so, and then it goes retrograde. So, just take note of any contracts or policies or any words that you're putting on paper. Make sure that your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, because in a shadow it's going to come back. So I hope your week ahead is not as tension, or I hope it's not an angry week. I hope you can use this tension to find your sticking points and move through those in this logical manner that you've got up until Mercury moves into Libra, but then it's going to be back again anyway. So reassessing is absolutely on the books. So I hope you have a really good week ahead. I hope it's not as bad as what I may have made it out to be. There's a lot of growth that can be had in this time. And if you would like to join me on a daily basis, I have a private group in Facebook, Lifetime to Level Up. You can just pop over there and answer my questions and come in. Or if you would like to make a booking, I have the Calendly link down below for a booking, or you can just reach out to me at Lifetime to Level Up. So thank you and have a great week, and see you next week.